enzymes are the body's way of eating away at fibrin. And I'll talk more about this a little later on. Enzymes are immune modulating. That's the third function of enzymes. If the immune system's down too low, it'll bring it up. It will improve the ability of the white blood cells to kill off nasty bugs. It will increase the number of natural killer cells that the immune system creates. And it will try to restore a homeostatic state. In this instance, the enzymes are adaptogenic. If the immune system is cranked up too high, as in the autoimmune conditions, then the enzymes will downshift the immune system and eat away the antibodies that the immune system is creating to attack its own tissue. Enzymes are blood cleansing. The blood is not only the river of life, it's the river of garbage. It not only brings nutrients and oxygen to our tissues, it washes away all the metabolic waste and the dead debris. If that blood going through the liver the first time through on first pass doesn't get cleaned off by the enzymes because there's not enough enzymes in the liver to clean them off, and the blood tends to hang on to that gunk for a while, and it gets really thick, and it gets really sticky. Blood in the average person living in the modern world can get as thick as ketchup or yogurt. It doesn't flow very well and doesn't get into all the crooks and nannies it's supposed to. The enzymes will go in, and first thing that they will do is they will eat away at the excess fibrin in the blood, and anyone over the age of 27 has excess fibrin in the blood, and I'll explain why in a bit. Then it will eat away at all the necrotic debris that your body has been trying to get rid of, but your liver hasn't been able to digest. All the necrotic debris, all the dead stuff goes from the liver, where the enzymes are supposed to clean it off, down the portal vein into the large bowel, and bang, it's out. The enzymes in the blood will do that work so that it can go right into the liver, right down in the portal vein, right down into the bowel, and out it's gone. The results of the blood cleansing can be so striking that if you look at it through dark field microscopy and take a sample pre-taking the enzymes, take the enzymes, wait a half an hour to an hour, take a blood sample after you've taken the enzymes, there will be no doubt in your mind that your blood is substantially different, substantially freer, less garbage, better flowing, less platelet aggregation, the sticking together of the blood cells, much better to flow around your body and feed you with. The last thing that viruses do is that they help to kill viruses. Better put, they help to render viruses inert. And this is a little ditty that I got from the internet one time. I was cruising along studying viruses, and I came upon this bit of information that was misclassified by the Office of Naval Research. I should have saved it to file. I just bookmarked it. I thought it was always going to be there. I should have printed it and saved it to file. So when I went back, it wasn't there. But this is what this file said. This MD, with the rank of a commander, was talking about how they couldn't come up with antiviral agents, as fast as the bad guys could come up with new viruses. So they had to look at fighting viruses in an entirely different way. A virus latches onto its host via its exterior protein coating. The exterior protein coating has its own little set of enzymes that eat away through your cell wall, latch onto your DNA, and replicates itself. I want you to envision this. A virus will kill you by filling you full of itself. So imagine that those little viruses in your cells, imagine that they're sand. And imagine that they're creating more sand. And like an hourglass, see your body being filled up with sand to the point where nothing else will work. Very simply, that's how a virus kills you. Anything, this commander said, that will take a chunk out, eat away, or somehow degrade that exterior protein coating of the virus will prevent the virus from attaining that isoprene bond, and bingo, you've rendered the virus inert. And his suggestion was the use of proteolytic enzymes, heavy-duty, very fibrinolytic proteolytic enzymes. The top antiviral agent in the world is called isoprenicin. made right here in Huntington Beach by a company called Roussel. You can't buy it in the States because of politics. Most of the HIV patients in the world are using isoprinosine, lots of it. It works by keeping that exterior protein coating from being able to latch onto the host DNA. Uses a very expensive mechanism to do that with. This is a very widely used, known way of preventing virus replication. If you put in a substantial amount of systemic enzymes, you will lower your viral load to the point where you'll hardly ever get sick. I have to tell you a story here. I'm 48. For the first 40-some-odd years, 44-some-odd years of my life, I got pneumonia at least once a year. I could set my yearly clock by it. Somewhere between December and February, I would get pneumonia. When I started on the systemic enzymes, I spent 3 years without ever getting not even a cold or the flu or the sniffles or nothing, much less getting bronchitis that led into the pneumonia. I finally got a bout last year because I did 2 cross-country moves in the span of 4 months. That's enough to kill anybody. But while I was taking care of myself and doing all the right stuff, the enzymes kept the bugs away. The enzymes improved my immune function. The enzymes ate away at the nasty buggers that were trying to get to me. It reinforced in my mind the action of enzymes on viruses.